YouTuber music videos. I've always had a bit of a fascination with them. I think, like, I've done a few videos where I'm, like, talking about them. Shane Dawson, I did a video about those ones. I didn't make a video about this one, but a lot of people were interested in that KSI music video and all the Dream ones. You know that music video where it's Dream and Young Gravy? And like Amaranth is there. That's a video I remember. I think part of the reason these music videos are quite interesting is, I guess, I don't know, seeing the world, because YouTube is a visual medium, it is on some level kind of a bridge of the gap between a YouTuber doing YouTube and a YouTuber doing music. Well, today we're gonna be looking at a few music videos for YouTubers that I know. James Marriott and Gabi Belle, which coincidentally, all of those music videos were made by me. That's right, I directed like a bunch of music videos, and so I thought it would be interesting to kind of go over them, the process of making them, and I guess like I want to talk about the ideas behind it. Again, we're talking about bridging that gap in a sense. So the first one we're going to be talking about is this one, I Don't Want to Live Like This. I was terrified before we started shooting this. I was absolutely terrified. Basically a year and a bit before this, I, alongside Maya, the researcher, directed a music video for James. I was more so a creative director on that one. I kind of had the idea for the story, and I worked with the DOP, but Maya was the one actually kind of managing everything on the set. And so this ended up being the first time I'm writing the story, and I'm also telling everyone what to do on a set. And that was like a bit nerve-wracking at first, standing around telling everyone what to do. This right here is in someone's backyard. And for the gravestone, we didn't have like enough money to pay like a, I don't know, a person who knows how to make things. So I actually ended up making this prop. Shout out videos on YouTube. If you look how to make a gravestone prop on YouTube, I've probably seen all those videos. But this took me f***ing days. This shouldn't take that long. But I mean, I was bad at everything I did. So it took me a while. And just like I turned my home into like a little arts and crafts thing. So in this video, the concept was kind of like, I thought it would be interesting, kind of this idea of someone being conscious for their own funeral and also being really disappointed that no one came to it. I thought that's quite sad. I thought, but also pretty funny. So we get all these, look at how sad he is. James was so good. So there was a big difference working with him on this shoot and the one before. I think all the touring that he's done in between gave him a lot of confidence. I think a lot of like, doing this, like being in this role of a musician in a music video, you need to be kind of convinced that you're the person to do that. Because like here, like look at how much swagger he has. That's cool. I can't do that. The idea was, we'll tell this story at first, you know. He's here, they're putting on the makeup on him. He's here having a bit of a good time. And then it's time for him to jump into the grave. Here, we did this shot, which is fun. That was Taylor Wu, our DOP's idea. She was like, what if we mount a camera to the shovel? And the answer is, I'm terrified, is the answer. I do love how this shot turned out, but Jono, who's holding the shovel, because there was a very expensive camera on it, was like very hesitant. So the POV shots from the shovel, while they are cool, it was hard to actually edit it because it never actually looked like he's digging in. Because again, I think he was afraid of breaking the camera. And yeah, here he's here. I think I had the idea for this from like a Ryan Reynolds movie that I've seen like ages ago, like when I was a teenager, where he's stuck in a coffin or something. This bit here was filmed in someone's bedroom, and we just like painted two things of wood and made it look like that. And it's so cool. Seamus Gorman was throwing dirt on him. All right, we're gonna move quickly through them. So it's recently actually been a year since this one came out. We shot Toothache and It's Only Love back to back. We did 3 days where we shot 2 music videos. It was crazy. By the way, part of the reason I'm doing this video is because this is the last Evil Pinely video that's gonna be posted before my Kickstarter campaign ends for my short film, Van Life. It's been going amazing. We've passed one of the stretch goals. If you want to support the movie before the campaign ends, the link will be in the description. Toothache was so much fun. I like what we did with I Don't Want to Live Like This, but this is like exactly my kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it. Like all of this stuff. Amazing. Amazing little thing. So it's just such a good smile. Such a good smile. So the concept for Toothache was this. It kind of came from looking into James's lyrics of the song. And you know, talking about Toothache, but in a way, the lyrics of the song are very much about like an unhealthy relationship. An unhealthy balance is how I saw it between two people. And I thought, you know, what if we take this concept of like the evil dentist or whatever and apply it to that? But it was also important for me that the dynamic is not one of like, oh, I'm an evil dentist and I'm just doing it because I'm evil. But this guy, Ollie Wilson King, who played Dr. Yarpo, what he brought to the table was like, what I just love about this so much, he's got like a... I'd usually not in, but just not today. I think the thing I told him was like, that I want him to play this character as just a huge kid who's breaking a toy. And he got that so well, man. He just fully understood what we were going for. The idea is that he's mainly having fun. Look at him having a blast. Having a blast. I was scared he's gonna drill to the camera. Yeah, when I say I prefer this one, I guess, over the last one, it's like, I don't know, I think I like how funny the story is. I think I made better choices with like the colors and all that. I don't think the colors are bad in the last one, but this is like, I like that it's mainly like, you know, white, blue, green, a little bit of teal green. And then the idea in this music video is that we're seeing this relationship develop. We just saw visit one. He's drilling into his mouth. And then there's something about this dynamic that he likes. So he keeps coming back. He gives him £1 to come back. And what does he do now? When I start leaning back, I'll get a stomach the pain. He hits him with a fucking hammer. Taylor, again, the DOP, just so many fun ideas for shots. They do a macaroni painting, but with teeth. I guess if we're talking about YouTuber music videos and bridging that gap, I think on some level you're kind of maybe seeing some of my sensibilities. These aren't completely separate worlds, you know? There are things that I've done in my main channel and like jokes that I kind of come back to. That, you know, I'll do it here as well. Because it's just like, it's the same brain. It's just I just got the one brain, you know? And every time they're walking through the door, their relationship kind of gets, they get closer and closer. They were so great together. It was so much fun. And then they're doing like a Russian roulette. This was a little bit of problem solving here. If you want to know a little bit about problem solving stuff. We were running out of time at this point. So there are some shots here. They're especially some of the ones towards the end that we shot them towards the end as well. And if you've been on a shoot, it's almost always that the time that you've set out for yourself isn't enough. So I had to cut out a lot of shots if we wanted to actually finish it in time. So originally we had like, I think a shot of like a close up on James, a thing of him, a thing of the gun, like too many stuff. And honestly, the fact that we were running out of time and I had to cut down shots led me to something that I preferred a lot more, which is this performance where like they're kind of playing to the camera like fully. And no need for 1,000 shots. You get the entire action from this. It's so much more like visually engaging and it's fun. And then we had a big old light thing over there. Imagine a big flat light thing. Shout out to Sam the Gaffer and Taylor, who built that whole thing. Huge thing of light and like a sheet underneath it. Diffusing it a bit. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. I'm not just saying gorgeous to hype myself up. It's just so many people like making cool decisions at the end of the day. And you know, they were the ones to figure out how to do that shot. And you know, I had that idea of like him walking through darkness and all that stuff and you know, the light, but they were the ones to actually know how to achieve that and make it look good. It's only love. It's only love. I really loved this music video, but the first half of making it was rough. Brand new apartment. So yeah, originally I had this idea of like James kind of building this world to himself, where he's recreating different moments via like animatronics of his relationship. It's his way to kind of live through the good parts of a relationship that's now gone. And James is like, at this point was getting, he's becoming like a better actor every time we get him on. There's like so much like softness and how he's acting here. I love it. Originally, I wanted to do this with like mannequins or something. I was like, mannequins. I want to do it with mannequins. But James was actually the one that was like, we just spoke about it. And he said that he really liked the visual of scarecrows. And I was like, that's actually, you know, there's something to that. That fits a lot better. I think that's so much more interesting. And there's like I like the idea of, you know, a scarecrow is like a facade in a way. It's a trick. it's a lie. So, you know, I think there's something to that. To him building these like animatronic scarecrows. Man, this first day was a nightmare. I think I was this close to passing out. It was just an incredibly cold night. We're shooting in the middle of the night, and I think I just forgot to drink water for the whole thing. So that was interesting. I think I think it might be my favorite shots of any music video. There's some shots here I just
If it's only love, it's only you. If you were.
And the idea was like, again, he keeps trying to kind of build up this perfect relationship, this visual of one. He's after the breakup, he's trying to remember it as something. And you know, at the start, beautiful, like golden thing. Imogen, our actress Imogen, she's so good. And I wanted it to be like something subtle, you know? The first time we're seeing this image that he has of the relationship fall apart, the first time that the truth slips in, I wanted it to be in something quite subtle, you know, like a look.
It's only love, I've fallen here before.
It's like a little look, you know? Because that's how these things start. I've had a relationship end. And then at some point, the music video kind of goes into this world that I really had fun with.
So I clear out your things until I feel clean.
Where kind of the reality of what happened with the memory and the stuff that he's created, it starts kind of getting blurred a little bit.
If it's only love.
We had a whole thing where we were supposed to shoot this in a whole different place and that fell through. This is my hallway. The room is over there, that room. We had like in the last minute to like get everyone over here. So that was fun. But yeah, nice little, look at the, I love this. It's fun stuff, you know? And this. Victor the Gaffer and Taylor. Oh my God, look at this shot. I drew it on my storyboard with like the black stuff and all that. I didn't think it would look that nice. They did an amazing job. I love this shot. What the fuck? How did that happen? Because I work with talented people. I think that like the first time I saw this moment, after I edited it, I cried. All right, the next one we're gonna look at is this music video, Something's Wrong. I think it ended up pretty cool. I think it's pretty fun. So when James sent me that song originally, it's got such a like a thumping kind of it's such a fast song, it's such an energetic song. It was almost obvious to me that this would be some sort of sports thing. One of my first ideas was like a really aggressive power walking competition. I thought that could be fun. But again, this came from James. He said something about like just really liking the idea of like integrating bowling into one of the music videos. And that we did. I started thinking about the idea. I was like, ooh, what could be interesting? And then I came to like this idea, which is this guy, he's going on a date with his girlfriend, and instead of like focusing on what's in front of him, he sees that the guy next to him is incredibly good at bowling and starts getting competitive, eventually forgetting the person he's supposed to be paying attention to. Okay. And I also want to do a big long shot. So this music video starts with a big long shot. I haven't really done one of those before. I thought it would be perfect for this.
I've never been better, except when I lie. A new addiction to not asking why.
And it's fun because it's like, it's kind of setting up the whole thing, right? It's kind of everything that's at stake here. We're seeing the relationship. We're seeing like, oh, they're having such a good time together. Oh, how good of a time they're having.
I'm forgetting to try, but it could make sense of you and
I love his look over here. I love how much he's locking in. And that's, again, setting up the whole story pretty much in this one shot. The way I saw bowling in this is like, I don't know, it's like any obsession, any addiction almost. It's the addiction is more so, I guess, his sense of competitiveness rather than like to the sport itself. He's completely with her for about 20 seconds. And then just the second he sees that bowling lane, he's out of it.
Hoping you tell me, but scared that you might.
And yeah, this shot took us like, I don't know, 10, 11 takes? I don't remember. Took quite a lot. I'll talk a bit about the problems with this, like making this music video in a bit. And then it all gets disrupted by this guy right here. Let's look at him. Let's look at that shot. That's such a fucking funny shot. That's Will and Nee, YouTuber. James and him have done like a lot of videos together. They have such a great dynamic, and even though, you know, neither of them have like... I guess James has acted in a bunch of these music videos, Will not as much. I thought that it would be fun to take that dynamic and play with it. I thought that even though, again, Will hasn't really acted much before this, hopefully this would kind of still give him a, I don't know, a comfortable platform to step into it. And they both did great. For Will, I think I told him like, one of my instructions for him was, I just gave him like Fabio, you know, the Fabio guy from the 90s. I sent him like a few interviews with Fabio. That was like the main reference. Definitely some, you know, Big Lebowski. But I love the intensity of Zoolander. I think that's part of what makes that movie quite funny to me. Just how every situation between, Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller's character. Just the intensity of it all, how much it all matters to them. Shooting this music video, all in all, was so hard. This is funny. Little funny shots. It was hard because of me, I think. It was my call to like... I thought that we could do all of this in one day. Now, if you were to watch the music video, you'd see that it has so many shots. I think more than any of the other ones. So, that's just a bad call. I forgot which town we shot this in, but it's like, it's pretty far out there. And so I thought like, logistically it would make more sense and blah, 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 blah. Bad call. I mean, we got everything. I'm very happy with the music video, but it just made everyone very stressed. And I think that could have been avoided. I definitely think that could have been avoided. A good lesson to kind of learn. Editing this music video was a challenge in and of itself. I've edited all those. I was on holiday when James sent me like all the rounds of revisions, which is fair, by the way. Like that was the time frame for the music video. I knew going on to that he might send me some stuff to change. But yeah, he gave me some notes and all that. And basically this bit was completely different. I don't remember what it was. I think we're still doing the thing of him looking back and forth maybe. Or maybe it cut to just this bit of the numbers going up. I think James felt like there's more energy that could be put into that section. And so that's when I actually brought in. This is the first time I worked with another editor on a project like this. That's when I brought in Noah Tidmore. He directed Gabi's Brigadero music video. We picked up some references from like Scott Pilgrim. There's a bunch of stuff at Scott Pilgrim where, you know, like with the comic book panels and all that. And then he had the idea of like making it slide like this as like James is singing. And I felt like that was great. He did just such a great call. And I love this bit. Wait for it. Fun little match cut thing. I love their performance in this shot. Part of, again, I think what makes this music video work with all of them, the concepts are ridiculous. I thought of ridiculous things. But I think it works because every person like acting in this is taking it incredibly seriously. And then this little thing, this little transition. Wait. Fun. That was another revision. That was me. I think I did that. It's another shot I like. Thought I'd give that a shout out. Fun. When I had that idea of like him saying that lyric to himself, I was like giggling. I was like, that's funny. That's funny. Just looking at a mirror, saying to yourself, you're undeniable. That's funny. Now we're off to Perfect Fantasy, a music video starring Gabi Belle. There she is right now. Gabi Belle. I think I learned some lessons in terms of like how to make things like less stressful for everyone, for myself as well. But yeah, basically Gabi sent me the song originally with the temporary title City Farts. It was like, you know, it's a city pop song and all that. We had a conversation about the song, what it means, and the sort of you know, it's about escapism in a sense, breaking out of mundanity and more. But that's kind of what I took from it to the music video. Fun little opening shot as well. That's in the last two ones. I feel like I've had some fun with a little opening shot. So yeah, because of all the city pop stuff, I actually looked up city pop music videos to get some inspiration. Not that many, by the way. Not that many. But you know, I did try and learn from what I had. We had to look at the outfits and all that. Gabby picked her own one. Great outfit. I picked, I think, everyone else's. Yeah. I looked at like pictures of like salarymen from like the 80s and 90s. Big old suits. Look at Seamus Gorman over here in the shadow. Big old suit. Every guy here is wearing the biggest clothes you could ever imagine. So basically, I had the idea of like, Gabby's sitting in an office trying to have a good time, but then this piece of shit boss, Jack Manifold. Look at him. Look at how angry he is. He's so mean. So she's just trying to like vibe out, have a good time, and then this piece of shit boss comes in and ruins it all. And then she's trying to kind of escape into elsewhere. So basically, I had the idea that like, you know, we do all of this. Oh no, it's so sad. The props I make for these are kind of are very silly. I made a bunch of the props in the music videos, and this is one of them. Just a picture of a disco ball, and it said that what this building used to be in '77. So yeah, the idea was like she sees something, some portal, some whatever. Quite inspired by like Being John Malkovich. I like that idea, like a little door or something at first. But then I was like, I had no f***ing clue where would she be transported to. I couldn't come up with that. So I got into call with Gabby and I was like, this is basically the idea and I have no idea where everyone should be transported to. Like from the office. Where does Gabby go to from the office? And then Gabby just said, with barely any like break from my question, barely any thinking, she just immediately said, the discotheque. And perfect. Like, so good. There she goes to the picture and oh my god, she's in a different place. Fun times. Look at all the people in the crowd. Fun dancing from everyone. We came up with the perfect fantasy shuffle. They're all doing the perfect fantasy shuffle. We had some problems, some takes, because some of these people are so used to doing like streaming or whatever. I had some people look at the camera. Some shots where people are looking at the camera like this. But everyone was so lovely. So many friends came over to help and be a part of this music video. Had a lot of fun transitions in this. Like this one. This is a fun one. And then we have this thing. Tough to match. Not really matched up. Like it's I feel like it ended up all right, yeah. But that was like, we had like just a lot of time spent being like, is this match? Does this look like this picture? I think that kind of looks like this. Huh. I think for me, some of my favorite bits are just everything in that office space. It's just a setting I really like visually. I love like all the, like there's so many 90s and 80s movies that are in an office and I really wanted to capture that in a way. Here's James doing a little dance. And then they're doing a little dance. So yeah, that's a little kind of throwback of going back and looking at all the music videos I've done. My main focus on my main project is the van life stuff. The van life short film. You guys are great. I gotta just say, when I launched a Kickstarter for van life, I was certain that no one's gonna donate. I was like, I like pressed the thing to like make it public. And I remember thinking immediately, I was like, well, you know, some things just don't work out. Shout out to all the people that ended up on the gallery wall. Some new additions. We got this Pokemon. We got this. We got these cats. We got someone asked me to draw the animal that I think is funniest. I drew Slow Loris. Dog birthday. Wolf and Fox. Grumbo as a rebellious teenager. And also, you guys had me write this stuff. Check out the Kickstarter link below. And again, as this campaign comes to an end, thank you so much. It's gonna have its challenges, but all in all, I'm really excited to start working on this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a good one.